Welcome back to Legal View. I'm Ashleigh Banfield. Hobby Lobby says it stands by its biblical principles, even taking its objections over a federal mandate to cover employee birth control all the way to the Supreme Court and winning that argument. But now there are some big questions being raised about how that company's religious beliefs apply to the investments that it makes in its employee retirement funds. Hobby Lobby's 401k plan invests in pharmaceutical companies that make the very same birth control drugs the company finds so offensive, including the so-called morning after drug, Plan B. Mother Jones broke this story of Hobby Lobby's controversial investments a couple months ago, back in April. That's months before the Supreme Court made its ruling this week. And the critics are calling Hobby Lobby's 401k investments hypocrisy at its finest. So CNN called them. We reached out to Hobby Lobby for comment. And that company has yet to respond to us. We've given them plenty of time, too. Joining me now is CNN business correspondent Allison Cossack. I don't even know where to begin on this one because this was seriously, I had to giggle myself thinking this had to be an accident. But then I thought, it's no accident when you are in the middle of the biggest political storm all the way to the Supreme Court, and yet your guys aren't aware of what your investments are in your very, very large 401k. So I'm just going to play the devil's advocate, give them the benefit of the doubt, and ask you, because you know so much about business, could it be an accident that some of those funds have those pharmaceuticals in them?
You know what, Ashley, it really could be an oversight, and here's why. Because these are huge funds that the employees of Hobby Lobby can invest in, and some of these funds have hundreds of stocks. And the pharmaceutical companies themselves, within these funds, they make tons of different drugs. Names like Pfizer, Teva, Bayer, and Hobby Lobby might also argue that its employees are the ones who are making the investments, not the company, and the plan choices are likely decided by the plan administrator. But here's the thing, there are ways that Hobby Lobby could strip out investments dealing with contraceptives. There are these funds called Catholic values funds on the market, and these funds kind of screen out certain types of companies. Also, Hobby Lobby could ask its mutual fund management company to create a custom portfolio that would, essentially forbid investments in certain companies that they're against. Here's the problem with that. Doing that is expensive. It would also mean that Hobby Lobby employees would most likely have higher fees for their 401k plans. But if you ask me, my thought is if they're that fervent about upholding their biblical principles, maybe that should include their investments too. Well, but that's just my opinion.
Al, I mean, the last time I looked over my benefits, I couldn't even read the darn documents in the year that I had to make the decision.
But
there's
that's
so much
the point.
So, but that's my point as well. If they had the time, if they had the time to read through the benefits documents to discover the kinds of benefits they did not agree with, how could they not have the same kind of time and scrutiny paid to their investments? And I'm also going to go one bit further here. Yes, maybe it is the employees who are making the investments in the 401k, but Hobby Lobby has the matching program. Isn't that their money then? All their money?
Right, that's putting their money where their mouth is, exactly. And one other thing to keep in mind, these investments can also change. They may not change a lot, but they do change from year to year, especially for individual holdings. There's actually a fund manager who buys and sells different stocks within the fund. So let's say as of December 31st, 2012, one of Hobby Lobby's 401k choices held Activist, a pharmaceutical company that makes that Plan B. That's a form of obviously emergency contraceptive. We actually searched the fund and it's not there anymore, so those shares were sold. So they can dip in and out, and you wonder if they're aware of that as well.
Yeah, well, it's on CNN now, so I think they're pretty aware of the controversy that's out there. Hey, Allison, do me a favor. Call me if Hobby Lobby gets back to us with a comment about this. I'd really like to hear their side of this. And
we are still waiting as well.
Yeah, rational explanation. I'm just waiting, and we're all ears. Allison Cossack, good to see you as always. Thanks, girl.
Sure.